What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with Jesse W. And today I got a nice little trade recap for you, and I'm also going to update you on a new problem I've identified in my trading at the end of the video. Alright guys, so let's jump right on into it. You can see right here, here we go. This is INPX currently live right now. We're getting that 9 EMA VWAP crossover right now. We might see a nice push from here up to test highs, and if the volume's there, a breakout. If not, it might just dump a little bit here and break under VWAP. But we'll keep an eye on it real quick here. See what that volume does. I'm pretty much done trading on the day so far, and it's a green day, real nice day, not bad at all. 2 trades, 1 loser, 1 winner. I lost 50 bucks on my first trade and made 150 plus, give or take, on my second trade on INPX. And that's the way we always want to do it. We want to make sure those losers are significantly smaller than our winners. Yep, looks like there it is. There it is. Watch. Here it comes. Break under VWAP. There it is. It was do or die. It was that moment there. People say, oh, well, you can't really tell what's going to happen. You don't know. There's no crystal ball. But when you factor in everything that's on your chart that you use, you can see this coming. It was now or never. It was either going to make a new high now, or we were going to break down underneath VWAP. Now it's anyone's guess what could happen right at this point. But let's jump into this. Let me show you my orders. My first trade of the day, AVGR, in at 123, exited at 119 on a hard stop. That was just 5-cent risk there, give or take. And it was just a risk reward thing there. It was kind of early in the morning. It was only like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes into the day. I don't really trade that time. I usually don't trade until about 9:40, 10 o'clock. In that range is when I usually trade, when a true pattern is setting itself up at that point. But that's my first trade of the day. Lost 50 bucks, 1,000 shares. Then INPX came on board, and I'll show you what that trade was like. In starter 143, added at 154. Then I took off just 25% of my position, so 250 shares at 160, then took off the bulk 750 shares at $1.70, and stopped out the rest at $1.60 there for just above break even. And I do have part of that trade recorded live. I completely spaced and didn't click record, guys. I'm sorry, but I do have part of it, and I will show it to you here. But let me show you here in the chart real quick. We kind of set this this bottom here, which was the 50-day moving average, which was at 134. And we set this bottom here at 135 after this previous bottom here at $1.38 at open. So when we set that bottom in there at 134, I had my little doubts there. I wasn't too sure if I wanted to get long right there. And I probably should have taken that starter closer to there, to that 134 area, versus, taking it at 143. As we started to creep up to VWAP, the volume started to increase, and that's when I got a little bit more confidence, knowing, okay, there's definitely some buying going on down there at the 50-day moving average. What I'll do is I'll take a starter here and add as we start to squeeze, over this candle right here, over the previous candle, because then we'll easily get over this pivot and test high a day. High a day at the moment was right around 168. I took 25% off, 250 shares off at 160 from that 143 entry. So that's not bad. That's not a bad little trade right there in itself. And then I took more off in this candle as we made a new high here at 170 and held on. Well, I took the bulk off there and then held on to just 250 shares, looking for that big extension move up to $2. I had a limit order that I was playing around with at 185, 195 area, and I was looking to get out there for, a real nice move there. That's almost 50 cents a share on 250 shares. That's a nice profit. Would have been a real solid day there. But hey, I'm happy. I was down 50 bucks, made 150 back. So I'm happy with that. And let me see if I can grab that trade for you here. All right. So I can show you the live trade. Leave. Is it this? Yep, there we go. So we're when I noticed, I was like, damn, I only have, you know, I already sold the bulk. See, we had already made that move and I already sold the bulk. I showed you my order. And I decided to hold on to those 250 shares and then set my stop. At that moment, my stop was, there at the 150 area, which is this point right here where VWAP is at. But as we progress through the trade and it moves a little bit higher, I lift up that stop because at that point I don't want to lose anymore on this trade. I'm not going to even exit that last piece red. I'm going to exit it at break even. I got lucky. I exited 5 cents above break even. So then, I actually made a couple bucks on that last little piece. But, see, there we push up. But the volume doesn't grow huge. It's nice, decent volume, but it's not the type of volume that I wanted. Ideally, what I would have wanted was another big volume bar there, and a new high to be pushed out. That's what I wanted. Or some sideways consolidation here, but above the 170 mark, giving the 90 MA some time to cross over VWAP and maybe push this thing up to that $2 area. We didn't really get that. As you saw already, it failed that move. See, right there on that candle is where I got stopped out. Right there. I thought that we were going to break underneath VWAP and just, it was going to probably fail out the trade. So I closed it out right there at 160 and called it a day there. Nice win. Can't complain about that, right? So then I just kept it on watch here and we continue to kind of do what I wanted it to do, but it's not strong. The volume is weakening and we're getting a lot of, like an arc, going like an arc. I don't know if you can, there we go. You can see my hand, like an arc going up there. That 175 area is holding up as resistance. And you can see VWAP starts to arc downward. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to see it kind of like, play around here. VWAP still curving up, allowing this 90 MA to really push up there. And whatever we saw, at the same time, here we go. Can you see this? Nope. Let me bring it over. At the same time, I was watching ATAI. Let me show you this here. And right around there at $2.50, you can see it there. I was considering purchasing it right there. Damn, I should have bought it there, but I didn't. And watch this move that it makes. Look at that. Bam, right up to the high of day. Could have sold some there. And then sold some more up here. Look at that volume increasing and holding on to some more for a test of $3 because that volume is increasing. It's letting you know, hey, we're buying and it looks like we're going to continue pushing. So you could I would have safely held on to at least a quarter of my position at that point, holding it for that $3 test from that $2.50 entry to $3. That's 50 cents. And we get it. We get that breakout right there. And that's been it for it though. It hasn't, I'll show you right now. Hasn't done anything else. Let me bring this chart over here. There you go. So you can see it made that high up here of 309 and then it's come back down. The 90 MA, which has been holding support, has been holding it throughout the morning. Might hold it now, who knows? And might get another move. But I'm done on the day, guys. Nice green day. Definitely wanted to book it. I wanted to let you know of a problem I've identified in my trading recently. And like I said, I don't really put up recaps every single day, but I do put them up very often. Sometimes, some weeks I do, I have the opportunity to do them every single day. So I put up recaps every single day. But lately I haven't been able to do that. One, I didn't trade every single day last week. So obviously I didn't put up recaps every single day. Two, I've been extremely busy putting up other videos like the one you saw that I put up on Sunday for you guys. And three, it's just been a time constraint thing. Nonetheless, recap today. I'm going to go over what I traded yesterday and the mistakes I've made and the problem I've identified in my trading. And that's about it. Monday was a small green day. I traded VTL. And then yesterday, I completely fumbled the trade and gave into FOMO and had a red day. Now, the problem that I've identified in the trading itself, I used to be nervous about buying into a stock. I've identified, like today, I identified my pattern and I just bought it, right? No hesitation, just bought it. I used to hesitate on buying, and then the stock would make a big move, and I would just be sitting there watching it go. I fixed that problem. I buy. Well, how did I fix it? I started buying smaller share sizes where I was comfortable letting the chart pattern work itself out. You guys have seen some of my past recap videos where I've only had 100, 250 shares of a stock, and that was my full position at the moment. And I'd make money on it. I'd make, a decent little chunk of change, $50, $40, sometimes $60, sometimes $100, right? But that was the problem, and I was fixing it that way, and it's been fixed. No more issue with hesitation on clicking the buy button, at least for the most part. Then I had the problem of not allowing the trade to work itself out, taking profit too soon. Fix that problem. Today's an example, a perfect example of fixing that problem with selling 250 shares at 160, 750 shares at 170, and holding on to that 250 for the big extension. So that problem is being fixed. I've been scaling out. You can see through my past videos how I scale out of my trades. No problem there anymore. I allow the trade to work itself out. One of the things that I do is I set up a hard stop initially when I enter my trade so that I can keep my emotions in check. No problem there. I've never had a problem stopping out of a trade, cutting a loser. Never had a problem. I do not hold bags. You won't see me enter, a trade with 1,000 shares at $2, and I'm still holding that 1,000 shares at $1.50. That's not happening. That's never happened. I've never had that issue, right? Every issue I've had, I've taken care of. But I've identified a brand new issue, and maybe it's an issue you can relate to. And that issue is, it's a FOMO issue. I never had FOMO. I've never had FOMO before. For those of you new that don't know what FOMO is, it's fear of missing out. I've never had that. I've never chased the stock out of FOMO. However, recently, I've had that issue. And I'll show you where I FOMO'd in yesterday. It was on ATAI. I took 2 trades on ATAI yesterday. One nice winner and one FOMO crap trade. Okay. Yesterday, this little dip here, I bought it on ATAI and I sold into the push. Solid little trade. Nothing bad. I should have taken it home. But no, I thought to myself, I missed out on the bulk of the move because I didn't trade this and I didn't sell up here at 250. I think I sold at 220s right around here if I remember correctly. From the $2 entry. Solid little trade, not bad at all. But I felt the FOMO and missing the big move. So when we dipped down here, I wanted to buy this 215 area, 210 area, right? 210 to 215. I wanted to buy this. I think we made a low of 216. I would have bought that for a push to test back up high a day. I would have definitely sold up here, 240s, 250, because it does make it to 250 right here. That would have been a solid win. But what happened? I didn't get this piece. I didn't buy this one. So when we had this dip here, I bought that. And it was a total fail. I FOMO'd myself into the trade and I made myself lose money on it. If your setup isn't there, or if you miss the setup, which is what happens to me sometimes, my new rule is I will get up and walk away for at least 10 minutes. Because 10 minutes will allow the chart to kind of like settle in, and maybe I'll identify a new pattern that I can trade at the moment. So from now on, that is my new rule. If I feel that FOMO because I missed out on the trade, then I will get up, walk away for 10 minutes, come back with a fresh mind. Because it's happened multiple times. I'll miss the setup, and then I'll FOMO right on into it. And then it's a red trade. But when I trade a pattern, when I trade something like this today, it's a nice solid green day. So we can't let the FOMO, affect us. There's too many emotions in trading, and it's extremely hard and difficult to control. And there's always a new one that pops up. It takes time to control these. It takes time to tame these emotions. They never fully go away. Talk to seasoned traders, people who've been trading 10, 15, 20 years, and emotions are still an issue for them. Not to the degree where it affects their P&L drastically, but it still can affect them. They'll have a bad red day because of emotions. Red days are inevitable. Even when you don't trade an emotional trade, even when you trade something that's standard, that's your normal pattern, it can be red. You can be wrong, right? Duh. But the worst trading days, the worst red days, at least for me and most people that I've talked to, the worst ones are based on emotional trades. So it takes time to tame them. They never fully go away. The point is, we got to tame them little by little and be patient. And today I came in looking for that, base hit, solid trade, no emotions, took that pattern, made money, and I'm happy. I'm happy on the day. And tomorrow's another one, and we'll look and see what we can catch tomorrow. Let me know what you traded today. Drop it in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, the recap, and the lesson on emotions, let me know. Drop it down there. What's the emotion that you struggle with currently in your trading? Remember to hit the subscribe button, smash that like, and I'll catch you on the next one.